Poetry time! Yay! Check out my mural. It's like way better up close. And I have studies on it, on my DeviantArt, where I've taken like pictures of photographs of like tiny little portions of it. It's hot. Very hot. Very hot. Excuse me. It makes it all the more realistic though, doesn't it? If I leave that burp in there. So much better. LeeLee, you are just LeeLee. Are you serious? Okay, so this is called Ressurection, and up until this morning it was just like a giant block of text. But I did something with it today, so I want to share it with you. See how it goes down. We'll experience this together. The voice kept telling me I had to sacrifice myself. Like the lamb I abated, knowing that if I did not, the meaningless structure of my life would remain unknowing. There was purpose in my bottomless soul, and I would find it, whether it meant shoving actual stakes through my lark-clad hands or simply falling into a seductive sleep. Yes, the voice was seductive. Telling tales of futures I have yet to lead in a conscious way, fusing me down flights of stairs and into an emission. The hole that came into division under the oak trees and its violent nature. Nature, trees, whole. I have never been whole. I'm a deck of playing cards, shuffling one faceless identity after another, and through this listless life I lead, hoping to come out on top. On top of what? I think, as I force myself to stay awake for days, still unable to trust in the voice that tells me if I do, in fact, sleep, I will wake resurrected. Simplicity of everyday life escapes me, and I let myself fall into a pool of eradication tales of women past told. The envy on their faces, on my face, on the faces of car windows as I pass by them, congregating my weight. I feel heavy, tired, and falling into nothingness. There's a complete lack of sanity medication to keep me alive, and my competence jilts, and the voice, the soothing voice, screams, willing me that everything will be okay. That was my dream house. Everything about it was perfect. The carpet was the rather right color red, and black playing cards like myself, a deck of so many I don't even know them all. I find myself ripped through a gap in time and space. There lies complete lunacy and endeavors far beyond my control. How was I supposed to keep my room clean when I couldn't find my senses? The voice so vile, so controlling, so fucking romantic. I eat it all up as though there's this little sign on it which says, "Eat me," and I am equated with nothing else but wandering disorder. It was to give birth to a child, the voice that knew so much about the future with which I would never commune. Another life, one which I could have led, but karmically everything was set just so perfectly that it worked out. I had faith the universe would take care of me, no matter what. I have not been wrong, in fact. The luck with which I have served as a receptacle is quite unknown. My kismet, the voice, the grammatical error, which is every acid trip I've ever taken. I have no regrets. One should never have regrets. On the night in question, I was to never wake up, at least I thought, or I was to continue into a deluge of despair featuring antichrists of the light that Nietzsche could never concoct. I was terrified of what would happen. It all seemed so real, and torture that followed was eternal. It throbs when I walk, when I talk, when I am alone too long and I begin to think. I begin to talk with the voice, for it is still there. It even has a name now. Michael. The devil told me he's one of the good guys. When one learns so much about philosophy, it becomes a blur. The entire question, what is a good guy and what is a bad one? Good, evil, persistence. The voices spoke to me wittingly, intelligently, and psychologically. Lies, all of them. I divulged them like white candy, steadily going up my nose. Long nights with Freud or Kate Chopin. Who am I to brag about books? Is that what I'm doing, Michael? Bragging? I ask even now as I sit here, perfectly stable. Sacrifice over life and death, but a question. The chair, the maniacal chair, already submitted to execution. Electricity coursing through my veins and thousands of volts which still exist inside me. I get shocked sometimes, but everyone does. I slept, and in 3 days, in fact, was resurrected, only to become a prisoner. The 3 days are nothing but an enigma. I understand nothing about them. I could have been anywhere, doing anything. But when I awoke, it was sunrise. I was far away from home. And I was God.